Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another great planting video. I'm still kind of a little sleepy, but today we got to grease the planter up and get it ready. We grease the planter about every 250 acres roughly, and we got all these grease zerks right down there, so I need to lift the planter up so I don't have to bend over, because I'm 6'1" and I don't really like to bend over to do that stuff. So we gotta go check the hydraulic oil and the motor oil on the 9460 here, which you would think that you check the hydraulic oil over here since it's where you fill it, but you actually check the hydraulic oil on the complete other side. So right there is where you check it, and as you can see, it's in the middle of the full cold and the full hot, so that's good. The air filter will probably get blown out in a couple more days because it hasn't been extremely dusty, but it's been dusty. And then the motor oil is right over here, so we gotta check the motor oil real quick. I'll be back. All right, and you just take a good stick, put back that in there, spin it once. So she's full on motor oil, full on hydraulic fluid, oil, transmission fluid. So then you get up in here and you start the old girl up. Then you can raise the planter up. Alright, so we more or less just started it to lift up the planter. That was it. Since it's a beautiful morning, I'm gonna open up the windows on this thing and try to get some fresh air in here because I have sat in here for several days. So I'll be back. Alrighty, so got the planter greased, got everything done. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna put the fans in float, and then we're gonna put it in trans. That means transport down the road. And then the first thing you got to do, which this takes two hands, but you go to tongue latch right here, and then you latch the tongue, well, unlatch the tongue right there, and then you fold the planter. And then once you're done with folding the planter, then you go up here to the latch, which is that latch right over there, and then I'll tie the front together and then trans lift, and then you're good to go. So not that bad. You fold everything up with one and then three also. You use three for this big cylinder up front, so you can lift it up and down. See? Ooh. Lift it up, lift it down. So yeah, let's get the planter folded up. Alrighty, so we just made it to the little patch that we got to finish up. Now we unfold the old big girl. We're having issues with the planter getting folded and unfolded. It turned out that the plug for the planter is messed up. So when Grandpa gets here, we gotta get some brake cleaner and flush that thing out because it's not getting a good connection somewhere. But other than that, the planter works like it should. Getting it unfolded right now. Hopefully it hits hard enough that I don't have to put the tractor in reverse. For the tongue latch, yeah, we're gonna have to put it in reverse. Dang it. So what I do is I put the tractor here in reverse, and I press the tongue latch switch, and then I just pop back at it, and bam. And now we put the planter here and plant, and we're good to go. Alrighty, so we made it to the Yellow Barn farm. Yellow Barn's right up there. Here's the DB90. I got out to check how deep we were planting, seeing if we were still in the moisture line. Which, if you look, let's go over here and back a little bit more. So if you dig down a ways, there's some moisture down in there. So gotta go a ways. Make sure that the planter's still planting. Good moisture right there. And then there's the seed right there. So hopefully we end up getting a rain here before it's too long. This place, it needs a rain, but this is some sandier dirt out here. So it doesn't really like water, it just absorbs it. And then this row unit, it was starting to push. So I got out and it ended up being plugged because of these clumps out here. We ran the field cultivator across this and we cut it with the speed disc, and it's still clumpy. But here's a row unit on a planter, how a row unit works. Them tanks up there, them big tanks, are full of seed. And then there's the vac motor right there. And then there's this motor, so this is the 90. So them motors all blow air. The air goes in here. Oh, that's prelim. But the air goes in here, and there's a plate in here that the seed goes in, and then the seed comes out in the bottom, and then this is kind of like your little hopper. Like some older planters, they have them big hoppers that take up all this room. These have little hoppers. And then if you sometimes pull the corn out. Oh wait, big motor's not running. If big motor's running, I pull corn out, it would blow more corn in there. So these blades right here, these are the blades that cut the groove for the corn seed to go in, and then that's a 360 wave right there. And then the seed comes out right in there. So that's kind of how a row unit works. And then these are your gauge wheels. So these are how deep you're planting. If I remember correctly, this one has a flat spot on it. That's okay. And then these are your closing wheels. And then this is how you set the pressure that's set on the closing wheels. There's a spring right down in there, and that spring puts tension on those. If I got anything wrong, make sure to put it in the comments and everything. And then the air compressor, these are the airbags that it airs up, so the row units don't just float on top. Puts pressure down towards the row units, and every row unit's the same. We have the waves on this because last year when Dad was still with us, he put a liquid cart behind this and he put 32 down. And as you can see right here, this is where there's that seed right down there. There's some moisture in the ground. We're right there at the moisture line, but there's the seed and there's the seed. That's where I picked it up, and this was the big hump of dirt we were pushing. So we're just going to take the hands, cover that line up, and then give it a nice little patty pat pat. Alright, that's good. And then 9460, that's your vac motor right there on the planter. This planter has a CCS system. I forget what CCS stands for. I'll have to probably go back in the cab of the tractor and look it up because I don't remember off the top of my head. But vac motor's right there, and then those are your two tanks that hold all your seed. And then they blow through them hoses right there, them lines, and it goes to all the row units. And yeah, I'm out of breath because this dirt's like really hard to walk in, and I just kind of sink. Like the 9460's leaving nice tracks out here. The 9460's looking good. Let's hop back up in here and I will show you guys what else we do. But first, let's make a cool clip. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to lift the planter back up after that cool clip. Since I stopped, because this GoPro costs a little too much to destroy. If this was my other one, I wouldn't have cared as much. So we're going back up a little bit. Alright, right there. Press the brake. Planter down. So once we set the planter down in the dirt, the next step is to put the tractor forward. Make sure everything's in constant. Well, put the auto steer is engaged, and now all the row units are online. Line the tractor up until we hit about, yeah, that looks about right. So now we're back to planting corn. There's not a whole lot really to this. it just takes time. Planting's, I think planting's one of the easiest jobs on the farm, unless you have a DB90. Getting it down the road's kind of hard compared to other planters that we have. But yeah, that's just personal preference. So we're gonna keep on planting, and I will see you guys later on today. We'll probably be at a completely different farm once I come back, so I'll be back in like 0 seconds for you guys. So we ended up running out of seeds before we could finish Shane's place, so sent Shane to town. Shane got some seed. So now we're gonna take these bags of seed and throw them in the planter here. Sent Shane up to get some graphite powder, talc powder. Looks like I can still come back a little way, but we'll get it to work. GoPro's about to die, so I guess the GoPro can't make it a whole day, but we're running into issues with the planter. This little electric motor right here broke this pin right here, so I put a new one in, and now it's acting like it's not getting any power to it, and we've been fighting this motor forever. Yes, I know it's wiggly, but I swapped the connectors here. I went to this one instead of this one, and then I went up on the tractor right up there. Right there, that plug. That plug didn't work either, so I called Jake up, and now Jacob's on the way. But yeah, I wish that plug would work. I'm filming on the iPhone right now, so if it looks better, that's probably why. Oh, got something in the lens. But we moved over to the 71 farm. Didn't even make one pass. Everything goes south. And we got to have all of this done today, which is not that big. Goes down there a ways. But it's not that big of a field, not that big of a problem. I might just start filming on an iPhone and get one of them DJI deals, because GoPros and batteries are not working the best for me right now. But there's the overpass over there, highway over there. Oh, there goes the car. I always look forward to doing this farm because I get to watch the cars drive back and forth, and it's about the most entertaining thing I get to see all day. So figured I'd throw that one out there. But Jacob should be here any minute, so we're gonna get the planter fixed hopefully, and we don't have to call it a night. And we can keep on rocking and rolling. But I think next year I want some saddle tanks on the front to use the 360 waves, because this whole planting thing I'm really starting to enjoy. I guess when you follow in your dad's footsteps, you just love everything about farming. So we just finished the 71 farm. We got, we'll turn this around. We got 1,390 acres of corn in the ground, and now we are officially heading home. We're heading back home, and we will pick up in the morning. You like this cool little display my truck does? Yeah, that's how you know truck costs too much money. But we got this farm done. Now we're heading home. We will be going to the farm tomorrow along K Highway. I don't remember the farm's name, but that's where we're going tomorrow. So probably won't get a video tomorrow, but 2 videos should be good enough for you guys. And it looks like my back door is still open.